What's good? Gang, gang, gang. I'm starting the vlog out by going to the hot tub. Just letting you know. Be jealous. Uh, now, I got this cigar right here. So I might actually fire it up. I was planning to save it for finishing the book, actually. But to be fair, like I wanted to finish it here. That was the plan, like by the end of the year, the 31st or something. So I wanted to light it up, but yeah, no. Apparently not. Apparently it's a 10-year-old cigar. It's actually good. I checked. There's no like mold on it or anything, so that's nice. It's actually not even that dry. It's still nice and what's the word? Just a little squishy, right? So I'm just moving in circles. Yeah, but yeah, Romeo Julieta #1. I'm not a huge cigar smoker or anything. I just like an occasional one for a nice occasion. We're at 230K now, so fuck it. I'm a light it up for the occasion of, you know, surpassing any word count I've ever surpassed before. This is the longest book I've ever written, and I'm about to finish it anyway. We're at the climax. So I'm gonna light it up, we're gonna smoke it, we're gonna get out of the shower after that, and then we're gonna get to some work. So I guess I'll just show you the word count real quick. I'm getting the hot tub, and we're gonna cut this open real quick. There we go, 230,693 words. 69, let's go. Yeah, I'm just open this real quick. Look at this little thing. There we have it. Smells nice. I love dry tobacco. I'm not a huge fan of like the actual smell or taste, but yeah. I don't even know if it has any mildew on it. Apparently mildew's fine. I don't know if it is it mildew or something else. It might be another name, like little spots on it. Apparently that's fine. But yeah, it looks ready. So I'm gonna chop it with my little cigar cutter. It's a little cheap one, but yeah, let's get it. How much do we want? How about this much? Damn. Got tobacco everywhere. It's all over the desk and everything. Damn. Well, the cap is like clean off. Like the actual cap that they use to put on. Like, that they like lick and then... I don't know why I did a little sound effect there. No, I'm retarded. It's called bloom, not mildew. Mildew is dead ass, just mold. I'm dumb. I don't know why I confused it. But like bloom, like there's like little spots on it that are like, that's safe. But mold is actually dead ass harm. Like, you know, obviously everyone knows this is bad for you. So I'm just gonna look at it a little bit because it's been sitting in that package for a minute. But yeah, if it's safe, I'm gonna smoke up. If not, fuck it. It's like a 9-year-old cigar. It would be turning 10 this year, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna check and whatever. Yeah, it's fucking mold. Fuck. What's the point of having such an old cigar if there's no point in fucking, if you can't? It's just, damn. Whatever. I'm just gonna get in the hot tub. That kind of fucked it up because I brought it all the way from home, but yeah. That happens. We got almost 400. Close. All right, I got to work a little late today, as usual, I guess. Well, usual for the last like couple weeks, but yeah, there's just the hot tub time. I had a whole discussion with my grandparents. Actually, apparently I didn't know this, but they didn't actually know the premises to my works or anything. So you know, like they were told that I'm a writer and all these things, but they didn't actually know the summaries of any of the stories or the premises. So I explained it to them, translated it into Polish, and yeah, they liked it. So that's nice. I didn't know, they didn't know, but now they know. So that was cool. And yeah, just now we had like a little conversation about like some interesting career stuff. I don't know, just like explaining the whole side of the industry that, you know, the average person doesn't really know, especially self-publishing wise. It's quite complicated, I guess, for someone who's never heard of it. But you know, it's simplified once you understand. Like it's actually quite doable. It's quite doable. I've seen a lot of successful self-published authors. Um, and yeah, it's just a really good it's just a really good route if you want more control and if you're okay with um, doing more work, you know, because at the end of the day, whichever path you choose, traditional self publishing, you reap the benefits just in different ways. You know, like I'm not against traditional publishing at all. Although when it's funny, I had this one conversation with my teacher, or I guess professor, once in at school. Um, I was just against like traditionally publishing myself, like not in general, but he just saw it as like I'm just totally against it, and then he thought I was like a complete idiot, and told me like my whole view is unrealistic, um, and that I'm like wasting my time essentially. I saw that as pretty disrespectful, to be honest, because like you know he thought he did a lot of research on self-publishing, but what he told me kind of told me the opposite. Um, so yeah, from what I've seen, from successful self-published authors, there's there's um there's a way, you know. And yeah, it's just all about, you know, working towards it. Since since whenever you get the idea, um, you know, and you take your time, really take your time. Um, I've been in a rush, I guess, all my life, but it hasn't really served me because at the end of the day, like it's what's that quote? It's This isn't a real quote by um Miyamoto from Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto. I forget who the quote is by, but it's often referenced to him. But it's like a rushed game is forever bad, but a delayed game is eventually good. And so that's the kind of mentality I'm trying to accept recently, where like results aren't immediate, but once they come, they're undeniable. So, you know, I'm not expecting any like crazy sales or anything. That's not what I'm talking about. It's mostly just the quality of the work I'm going into publishing currently, which, you know, my first book, it's pretty much ready and I'm really happy with its quality. So I'm ready to let it go into the world. But it's been, and I've been saying, you know, I want to publish it for years now. And I've been hoping to publish it before certain dates. And I just stopped saying it entirely because it just constantly wasn't ready and I wasn't happy with it. And then people just pointed out like, uh, you keep saying it, like is it even real? Right. And yeah, well, you know, I mean I have the manuscript for the short stories right here. You know, boom. It's not super long, it's like 300, almost 300 pages. But that's the short stories in between the first book and the book I'm writing right now. So it's very real. It's just I've grown a lot as a writer since I was 17, man. I wrote that first book when I was such a kid, and like at the same time, while I believe it was a quality book then, and it was mostly like ready in terms of substantive content, like the actual stuff was good. It was down to the line edit because I've become a better technical writer on top of just the creative ideas and concepts I've had, right? So like that's what I focused on these past few years. Usually I was just very story drawn. Now I'm more writing drawn as well, right? So I've added that to my resume. Um, yeah, and so that's what I've been. That's the hard part, right? Because and not that like if I had to change the big substantive parts or like the concept, you know, it's not that it's less work. It's just that the line edit is so fine. Um, that, it's hard. It's hard, and it's hard on the eyes. So like I keep edit I you know I kept editing this book, um and now in formatting, even though it's pretty enjoyable, it's still hard. So I understand why perhaps like this one professor of mine said, it's you're wasting your time or something. Although I feel like it was a little ignorant. Like I get it, because like, yeah, it would be easier for just like a publisher to hire an editor, and then I don't have to look at this manuscript um as much as I have, like. But then there's another part of me that's happy I did it this way, because I've had to stare at this manuscript for like years. Right. I started writing in 2019, October of 2019, finished in October of 2020, and it's just now coming out this year in 2025. I've had to stare at this novel for so many years, and I don't hate it yet. So I think that's a good sign. I think that's a good sign, right? So yeah, I just hope other people reflect that opinion. Of course, you can't make everyone happy. Um, but yeah, I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. I'm happy with what it is, and I'm just trying to get it out there, get the whole series out there, and just start the other series and everything else. Like, I'm taking a little break between this book and the next book in terms of the fantasy series, the trilogy, and I'm going to focus on the sci-fi book next. Um, yeah, yeah, because I do need a little bit of a break from the world. Thankfully, that sci-fi book is really short, so it's like this really short little interlude in between these projects, so that I can have a little fresh mindset, edit this book while going into the new one. And if everything aligns, then we'll have it all ready for this year, all of it this year. Yeah, yeah. These next few years are going to be incredibly busy. I'm looking forward to seeing success in terms of just publishing, just getting it out there. Um, yeah, yeah. I have a very good friend who's an editor. She's super duper talented, just as a writer and an editor. So I remember her wanting to help, and so that would be an extreme help. She's awesome. She was actually on this channel previously, um, back on Halloween. So yeah, she's super duper cool. But yeah, just like um, I'm just looking forward to the general uh, I don't know, vibe of this year. It's giving me a pretty good vibe. Obviously, like, I want to be optimistic. I think I'm more realistic now than ever in just terms of like outlook. Like, I'm not expecting anything outside of myself. Like, I'm not expecting anything out of just life or other people. I suppose, you should trust people, I suppose. Like, there's obviously trust. It's just I'm not like, just, I don't know. I can only look forward to what I can control, right? The good old Stoic philosophy of yeah, only care about what you can control and let go of the rest of it. So it's just something like that's easier said than done, right? Like most most people that I hear saying in real life don't necessarily stand by that rule when they're in the heat of things, right? But then again, that's something you have to remind yourself of. So, but that's the tangent for today. Um, yeah, didn't get a crazy amount of work done, but yeah, mostly just think about self-publishing, and the whole thing, because I had a conversation about it with my grandparents, and um, yeah, I'm I have a pretty positive outlook on everything. Um, there's a lot of people wishing to do the same thing, of course. I'm rooting for all of them. I think we should probably support each other as self-published authors. Because there's not that many of us, to be honest. And we could all help each other. So I'm not really in any self-publishing communities yet or any writing communities in terms of like on the internet. I'm just posting my own journey. I hope to get into something like that, but thus far I haven't actually seen all that much. Um, I guess like booktube exists. I suppose that's a thing. Um, I just don't know. I haven't met anyone, obviously. Like the internet's a big place, and at the moment I'm a very small creator. Just trying to get some work out there. So yeah, you can expect I'm actually like my written work to be marketed a little bit or something. Coming in the next few weeks. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna keep posting until I finish this novel, and then I don't know if I'll keep the vlog streak going. I'd like to keep it up for like a year, but that's a pretty crazy streak to keep up, and I don't want to burn out because it does take actually quite a little bit of brain power to create good videos, right? Like these specifically are mostly just it's not any crazy quality, obviously. Like I'm just trying to dispense whatever thoughts and ideas I have onto here, hoping people will relate. But yeah, to actually create quality stuff, especially when I started off, I really wanted to make it a little more cinematic, and so the quality has died down in terms of that because I've been focusing more on writing and just getting this done, and just conceptualizing the next series, or the next installment to the next series. So, yeah, just brain power wise, this is fun, and it's like it's an extra thing to do. I don't know about the daily vlogs. This will continue until this novel's done, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna try to do it less with better quality. And also some maybe like just straight up sit down videos, not vlogs, just a sit down, talk about specific topics, you know. Yeah, because there's some stuff to talk about, and you never know who wants to listen. So, because yeah, I like listening to those kind of videos. I appreciate just someone like being real with you, just fucking being honest, just being honest. Just talking about random shit, and it'd be cool to get like some input from an audience. I love those like email videos where like you just read out like your viewers' emails just about advice or just whatever, just some funny shit. That would be hilarious. Obviously, you need a bigger audience for that, so eventually I'd want to do something like that. I think my goals for this year are pretty basic. Just grow an audience, and yeah, just follow the passion. I mean, this is what I'm good at. People tell me I'm good at this, so this is what I'm gonna follow. Because you're not always good at your passions, right? I'm passionate about many things, but this is just one thing that I'm genuinely like kind of geeked at, like like it's and the effort I put into it is more than other things, right? Like the love, the sheer suffering to create these things, to be honest, over time is quite fucking immense. Like it's not like you have to bow down to me or anything. You should. I'm kidding, but what am I talking about? This is the end. Bye. Yeah, day 64. It was a good day. Bye.